Hello, everyone. This is grandson Alex filling in for Bill. He's had the night off today, so by process of elimination, that leaves me. Happy Saturday, and first we want to thank our affiliate viewers, the Oddwood News Network, and we thank them for their support. There's that image from Sally, a very beautiful sunset. Going right into our headlines now, we have a chance of storms and it being consistently sunny, and temperatures in the mid 80s will be starting this Sunday. And it'll be cooler at night as it tends to be. For today's weather, we have a high of 79 and a low of 55 with a chance of showers throughout the day. As I've been saying, it certainly could be worse. Humidity is at 82%. And winds to the south-southwest at 5 to 9 miles per hour. A bit breeze, but not too breezy. And for the 5-day forecast, the sun comes back starting Sunday. High of 84, low of 55. Monday is high of 86, low of 55. Tuesday will also be a high of 86 and a low of 55. And Wednesday will be a high of 87 and a low of 57. So pretty consistent starting from Sunday. And for the daily high temperatures in Michigan, low to mid 70s, and Grand Rapids will break into 80. The northern Lake Superior coast will be in 70, Sault Ste. Marie 73, Traverse City 77, Detroit 79, and otherwise mid 70s for everyone else. And for the facts of the weather today and our sunrise and sunset, the sun will rise at 7:21 a.m. and the sunset at 7:56 a.m. And around that time of year where the time where the sun up is going down. The highest temperature ever recorded on the state was 95 degrees and 52. As I said, today certainly could be worse. And the lowest temperature ever was 35 in 1975. Very cold year that was. And it has never snowed in Grand Rapids on September 13th. And we go right into our facts. So for what's relevant to Michigan, September 13th, 1806, the city of Detroit was incorporated. It was founded in 1701 by French settlers and literally translates to strait in French, which is good because it's the strait between Michigan and Canada. And as we all know, it's been the largest city for a while. Whether you think it's nice or don't think it's nice, it's there all the same. And on this date in 1789, the Continental Congress set the first presidential election, which was famously won by George Washington unanimously. And it was the first step to a system. But at that point, the system was very, very bizarre. Before the 12th Amendment, each elector voted for two people. First place got the presidency, and second place got vice president. And of course, that all changed when the Democratic Republican Party's plans failed, and Aaron Burr and Thomas Jefferson went to the House, and that's why they changed that. But in this one, 10 states voted, with North Carolina and Rhode Island having not ratified the Constitution as of the relevant time. And New York failed to select electors. How about that? Imagine having your vote just not count due to your state government flopping. And furthermore, the vote systems were all over the place at this point. Many states had their electors decided in advance by the state legislatures. Some had split into districts, and how they vote similar to how Maine and Nebraska do it today. And only Maryland and Pennsylvania at that point had a winner-take-all popular vote. And that's really interesting. But yes, George Washington would end up getting the presidency, and John Adams would get the vice presidency, and the rest is history. And today in 1985, 40 years ago, Super Mario Bros. Releases for the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES, in Japan, where, fun fact, it's actually known as the Family Computer, or Famicom. The more you know. It has 58 million sales worldwide as of 2025, and was instrumental in revitalizing the video game industry after the struggles of Atari, and Nintendo remains a software giant 40 years later. And there's a screenshot of the game to my right. And here's a trivia question for you all. On September 13th, 1857, this businessman was born. His work led to the name of a company town in Pennsylvania. And the company town was for a popular candy brand. I'll give you some time to think. That would be Milton Hershey. There's a photo of the man to the right. And another one. On September 13th, 1860, this general was born. And thankfully for his efforts in World War I, his hand did not bust, thankfully. And that would be General Blackjack Pershing. There's a photo of him to the right. Very important in the efforts to drive out Imperial Germany. And on this date in 1947, the first Billy Graham citywide campaign, and the city of Grand Rapids, the famous evangelist, and he was under the banner of Youth for Christ, as the now Billy Graham Evangelistic Association would not exist for another 3 years at that point. It's held at the Calvary Church and Civic Auditorium. And a question for you in the audience: did you ever see Billy Graham in person? And on this date in 1892, Central Michigan University opens. It was initially known as the Central Michigan Normal School and Business Institute. How delightfully normal. And the term was for a school to train what would be teachers. And only 31 students attended at first, a bit small. And it certainly escalated because 230 years, no, not 200, 133 years later, there are 14,000 students today. And apparently most of the initial students only had an 8th grade education, and the training was only for a few months. Must have been quite the process to go from that to a conventional university. And I've been there a few times on their Quiz Central Quiz Bowl tournament program for Traverse City Central, and I helped them win a few times. Bit of a brag there, but. And here's a photo from Dave of Door County, Wisconsin. A bit windy the roads are there, but I am told it's quite the nice area, very touristy. Akin to where Traverse City, where I was previously. Looks good. Thank you, Dave. And here's a photo of the clouds and the scenery from John Doherty. I'm sure Bill could tell you a bit more about what would be going on here, but otherwise, this looks nice. Really good view of the vegetation there on the bottom, then the trees, then the clouds. Nice contrast there. Thanks again to John. And from the other John, more clouds. Looking very good. Creating interesting formation in the sky there. And there's the family cat Rosie doing yoga, allegedly. What an industrious cat she is. And if you want to be brave and contribute, you can send us questions and images at bill@billsteffen.com. Be brave. And that's the show for everyone. Again, a bit shorter since Bill's not here, and he should be back tomorrow. And thanks again to everyone. Have a good night and stay cool.